old friends, my new friends. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Wonderful Sunday. Today we're going to be playing with some new makeup. We are going to be playing with the new KKW eyeshadow palette, the Classic 2. So it's got 10 eyeshadows and they are 0.06 ounces each. Altogether is 1.70 grams. It's got a shelf life of 12 months and it is made in the US, which I really super like because of the fact that it arrives pretty quickly. Ordered this just a couple days ago and it arrived today, or yesterday. Sorry, it doesn't come Sundays, but yeah, it arrived yesterday. I'm super excited to play with this because I love these colors. I'm gonna show you the comparison and I will enter swatches at the end of both. I think some people think they look so much alike. Why would they want both? Well, they're not really that similar. This is the original Classic and this is the Classic 2. So you can see the differences. Yes, there are a couple shades that look pretty similar, like the bone shades in them, this shade and then the second shade. But as far as that's pretty much it as far as duplicates in any way possible. Like this one here is a brown, this one here is like a plum. So as you can see, this is one that I purchased at the same time because I wanted them both to have comparisons. But I do have other KKW eyeshadow palettes, which I love her formulation. I have her Bloom palette, which I have used, and I think it's so stunning. There are colors that I haven't used, and it isn't because I didn't like it. I think all of her eyeshadows are so creamy. No excuse, I forgot I had them, to be perfectly honest. Their shade of the palette makes them so easily lost in my collection. And then when she came out with this one, I was like, oh, it's gorgeous. Like, I definitely want it because I know I like her formulation. And I know people don't like Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians, but I like her makeup and I like it a lot better than I like the Kylie cosmetics. So we are going to start out today, and these are definitely my colors. If you've been following me for a while, you know that these are the tones of eyeshadows that I prefer. This is definitely a warm palette that I can get behind, like this and this and this. As far as like the new Natasha Denona palette, I wish it was more like that because it's just so warm. I like it, but I don't know if I'm forcing myself to like that palette, but because I bought it, and so I'm like, I have to like it. I have to use it because I paid for it. But I know that I'll get a lot of use out of this one. So we're gonna go in with her first shade, which I think is she puts them on here backwards, which I think it's Exit, which is the bone color. This one here. And what I really like about this is you can create an entire eyeshadow look with one palette. You don't have to dip into several palettes to try to create something beautiful. And the only palette of hers well, no, there's a couple. I didn't get the Miss West collection because that palette just did not really catch my attention in any way. Now we are going to go in with this shade here and see if that one shows up. Which, yeah, didn't really. But it can give me like a nice soft transition just to bring in some other colors. What did you guys think? Did any of you guys pick up the KKW stuff, or have you picked up any of her stuff or thought about it? Or do you just not want to support the KKW brand, because I think that out of the two, her and Kylie, I think KKW makes more of a my age friendly eyeshadow makeup. I have some Kylie stuff. I actually think I have more Kylie cosmetic stuff, palettes and blushes and highlighters. No, I only have one highlighter from Kylie and I did not like it. I gave it away to my daughter because I just did not like it. But her blush, I have some of her blushes, and I have a couple of other things of hers, and I prefer the KKW brand formulation over Kylie's by far. I think Kylie just comes out with stuff way too often too. Like, it's like, come on, slow down. The people that buy your makeup for the most part are children. They cannot afford to buy makeup every freaking couple weeks. They're kids. This is blending so beautifully. The color I'm using now, in case I did not mention it, I think is Haze, which is like a very taupe-ish color in this palette. And I am living for this palette. These are so my shades. I love them. Okay. Oh, she also has this shade. I like this. So pretty. Ooh. We can incorporate that. It's got a shimmer to it, which right now we're a very matte eye, but doesn't mean we have to stay that way. So if you don't like the KKW brand, why? I'm just curious, like, why different people choose to not buy certain products. Not that any reason you say is going to be wrong. I'm just curious. I don't think that the Kardashians have been even half as problematic as Jeffree Star, and his makeup sells out in seconds. You know, that drama that's going on right now with those guys is insane. I have never followed Shane Dawson. His humor back when I used to do YouTube 10 years ago was never my thing. I'm Mexican. I do not like hearing people making jokes about people of color, of any color. And people were loving him and eating it up. And I thought that was so disgusting. Okay, we're gonna go in with another shade, and I think this one is Gravity. I'm not sure, and I'm sorry if I'm telling you guys the wrong shades. Oh, this one's so pretty too. Let me show you the differences. This one was Energy, I think, and this one is Gravity. So Energy and Gravity. And I know you're probably like, they look exactly the same. They don't. They really don't. Gravity has more of a warm tone, Gravity, and then the other one, Energy. So pretty, and it's very different. I'm gonna go in with a bigger, fluffier brush and blend this out a little bit more. I'm gonna go with my favorite brush from Jaclyn Hill's collection, which is the JH30, and blend. Because I think the thing that people get that is so tedious is, in order to get a really soft eye, you have to take the time to blend. You really, really do. If you don't, your shadow will become very patchy. It's not gonna look as smooth. You're not going to get a nice gradient of color, it's just going to end up looking like you have a whole bunch of colors on your face instead of a nice and gradient, beautiful eyeshadow look. And sometimes I've gone back and looked at my videos and gone, oh my gosh, I did not blend that for crap because I was just trying to hurry. And instead of just taking my time and editing it better so that it didn't look like I had to take that much time, I just rushed through it. Okay, she's got some really beautiful shimmery shades. So the ones I've been using so far are very satin. These ones are more shimmery. They have more texture to them than the other ones I showed you. As you can see, these are kind of satin and these are shimmery. I'm trying to think of what to do to my lid because this is kind of a dark look. In the meantime, I'm going to do something under my eye just so I can sit here and think for a second about what I want to do. I'm probably going to go into my bottom with this lighter color. Should I? Actually, I'm going to mix those two with the ones I used in the beginning. Because I want it dark and I want a color, but I don't want it to be really like too much. Like that. That's perfect for me. This is definitely a cool tone palette, so if you are looking for more warm tone colors, this is probably not the palette for you. The only warm tone color in this palette is the gold. This one here. That's the only one. The rest of them are very, very cool. Okay, so I always like to take my finger and kind of go over it and just gently kind of make sure that's blended and like blown out, because sometimes you don't get that same effect from a brush. Hands are stained. I dyed my hair today. I don't know if you can tell. I look crazy. Okay. So that's what we have so far. Like I said, now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my lid to kind of open it up a little bit. Not that I dislike what it looks like now, but the shimmers in here are way too dark. So we can go into the classic shade and see what she's got here, which she has one that I would love to use, which is this one here. And that one I think is Chicago. No. But yeah, it's either Chicago or Saint, I don't know. And I'm gonna put that on my lid, just lightly, because as I put it on my lid, I was noticing this has really warm undertones to it, and if I put too much, it's very, very gold. It has a lot of gold under it. Okay, this is what we've got going on so far. I'm really loving this palette. I think that it is stunning. You can create everyday looks with this palette and work looks. I'm gonna take my kids to, you know, wherever, school, practice, really nothing right now because it's summer. And if you're in the United States, kids aren't in school. I don't know about other countries, but yeah. So I think that this is going to be it for this look. I know that it is very plain, but I really enjoy these type of colors. I think that they are very flattering for every day. All right, guys, I'm going to finish my eyelashes and I will be right back. Okay, guys, this is the final look with the eyes. I hope you guys like it. I hope that if you were interested in getting this palette, that this maybe helps you a little to know what it's gonna look like on my color of skin tone. If you've been on the fence about her brand, I can guarantee you, I think you guys will love it. I love it, at least. So they blend so easy and so beautifully, and they all go together so nicely. So if you own one, you can combine them and they work gorgeously together. The other thing I picked up from her brand was one of her glosses. I haven't looked at it, so I don't even know which color it is. It's Nude 2.5. So let's see what this looks like on. All I have is like a, what is this? Oh, it's a balm, just a balm. Okay, so oh, this is pretty. This is a little stickier than I remember her other ones being, and bigger. I have another one of hers. Let me find it. Okay, this is not one that I have used. Oh no, yeah, I have quite a bit actually. You can see. So she's changed her size. I mean, I don't know if it's just for this collection or if she changed her size in general just to give more product, which is awesome. I mean, I'm glad that she did that because these are tiny. They're the size of her concealer. And I had her concealer down here earlier because I'm trying to start finishing products. This is her concealer. And the lipstick or lip gloss was just as big. And you technically you use more lip gloss than you do concealer, right? You apply concealer usually once a day, and lip gloss you apply over and over. So that is the difference, which it is a difference in grams, where this one is 0.12 ounces, which is 3.5 grams. And this one is 0.17 ounces and 4.80 grams. So not like a huge difference, but I mean, the chart, what she charges for her products, it should be this big. I mean, this is a typical lip gloss size. Unless you're like, I don't know, I'm trying to find another lip gloss. Unless you're Pat McGrath, and then hers are monstrous, which is awesome. I love Pat McGrath's lip glosses. This is beautiful though. I will say this shade is stunning. The 2.5, Nude 2.5. I really, really enjoy this shade. It makes my lips look nice and full. Beautiful. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please do. The algorithm shows that most of you are not subscribed that watch my channel, and that's okay if you guys don't want to. I'm not forcing you, I'm not gonna go and twist your arm, but I would love to see you guys back. And if you liked my content, keep coming back. All right guys, I hope you have a great weekend, an awesome week ahead of you, and a marvelous rest of your month, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.